What's up guys? Today what we're going to look at is some trigonometry examples but without a calculator. So last lesson I taught you how to get these values and how to derive them, but today let's learn how to properly use them. So for this one, we're told this is 30 degrees, this is 14 centimeters, and this is x. What's x going to be equal to? Well, we have an opposite and we have a hypotenuse. So it's going to be sine. So therefore sine 30 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. And so therefore if we make x the subject, we times x on each side. So we're left with x sine 30 is equal to 14. And so therefore x is equal to 14 over sine 30. But if you remember, sine 30 is equal to a half, right? Which means that this is the same as 14 divided by a half. And that's just the same as 14 times 2. So x is equal to 28 centimeters. Okay? So it's the exact same as what we've been doing, only this time we're just substituting in these values. What about something like this? Well, we can see that we have an opposite, we have an adjacent, so it's tan. I think there's more space up here, I'll use here. So tan 60 is equal to 10 over adjacent. So therefore adjacent is just going to equal 10 over tan 60. Now what is tan 60 equal to? Tan 60 is equal to root 3. So this is the same as 10 over root 3. But if you remember, we can't leave our answer just like this because there is a surd on the bottom. So we need to rationalize the denominator. So that's the same as y equals 10 root 3 over 3. And we can leave our answers like this because it's exact and it's non-calculator. What about an example like this? So this one here is 45. This one here is 60. How are we going to find what this x is equal to? Well, let's look at the angles that we have. They're opposite our sides. So we're going to use the sine rule, right? Sine 60 over... what do we have here? Sine 60 over 28 is equal to sine 45 over x. Okay? If we flip everything over, we get 28 over sine 60 is equal to x over sine 45. And so therefore x is equal to 28 times sine 45 all divided by sine 60. So let's do that, shall we? What's sine 45 equal to? Sine 45 is equal to 1 over root 2 or root 2 over 2, whichever one you want to write it. And what else do we have? We got sine 60, which is root 3 over 2. Sure. So then this this x will be equal to, I'm going to write it up here just because there's a bit more space, 28 times 1 over root 2 times, oh sorry, divided by, excuse me, root 3 over 2. Okay? How else can we rewrite this? We can rewrite that by keep flipping and changing. I'm going to remove this arrow now. So that's the same as 28 times 1 over root 2 times 2 over root 3. And so we're left with an answer of 56 over root 6. But again, we can't leave our answer like this. So if we times both top and bottom by root 6, we get an answer of 56 root 6 over 6. And then they're both even, so our final answer is 28 root 6 over 3. Okay? So it's the exact same as the sine rule, only this time we're using the exact values, aren't we? Yeah. This is the next example. What about something like this? So for this one, we're told that this is 12, this is 7, and this is 135. So what's the area going to be? Well, if you remember, the area is equal to a half AB sine C. Where this is A, this is B, and this is C. So that's the same as a half times 12 times 7 times sine 135, but this only goes from 0 to 90. Remember when we did the graphs? We're gonna have to use the graph in this case. So this is our sine graph, if you remember correctly. Y equals sine x. And if this is 135, what is this value here going to be at the same value? Exactly, 180 minus 135, which is 45. So sine 135 is equal to sine 45. And we have what sine 45 is equal to. Sine 45 is equal to 1 over root 2. I circled the cos one because it's the same, but it's 1 over root 2. So we can say that this is the same as a half times 12 times 7 times root 2 over 2. Okay? And so what we're left with is an answer of 84 times root 2 over 4. 84 divided by 4 is equal to 21. So our final answer is 21 root 2. Okay? And we can even do this in reverse. So if you have something like this, right, where this is 6, this is 8, and this is 4 root 3, what is this theta going to be equal to? Well, if you remember the cosine rule, cos theta is equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 4 root 3 squared, all divided by 2 times 6 times 8, which is equal to 96 minus 48 all divided by 96, which is 48 over 96, which is equal to a half, right? The inverse, so theta, is just going to be the inverse cos of a half, if we look back at our diagram, and we look for a half, oh, a half is here. So therefore it's 60. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, consider subscribing. It helps out the channel a lot. If you guys liked videos like these, join my Discord server and then I can help you as best as I can. And if you need extra tutoring, drop me an email and then we can organize a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.